Hello and welcome to the Rate Stuff Extra, your mortgage bit in the middle. Yes, this is the extra show that we record in between the main Rate Stuff, and I'm delighted to say that we're joined once again in the studio by Stelios Konstantinidis. Hello, Stelios.
Thank you for having me.
Stelios is Director of AI at the tech company MQube, and the reason we've kept you here, Stelios, is because we need your help. On behalf of all the brokers who watched the last episode of the Rate Stuff and were a little bit terrified about what AI is going to do to their business, please put our minds at rest. So Stelios, can you help us with a few things that brokers can do to raise their AI game and make themselves more visible to the AI bots that people are increasingly going to use instead of search engines? What would be the first thing you say to someone who's anxious about being visible to AI?
Yeah, the number one thing I would do is I would make sure that ChatGPT can read my website. So every website has a specific page called robots.txt, and that chooses which bots get access onto your website. So depending on how you go to your website, the ChatGPT bot might be not allowed. So if you want more traffic from ChatGPT, well, you better turn that on.
That makes good sense. It's a bit like having a website that Google can't see.
Exactly.
It's a bit pointless. So 101, make sure that the ChatGPT bot can access the site. And then in terms of how the ChatGPT bot works, it's text-based, isn't it? So it's more interested in text than it is in colors, graphics, videos, that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, and I think that's a very big change in how we think of websites. So right now we go to websites and we think usually they have great visuals, maybe animations, maybe they have different sort of clickbaity articles. Well, if you think that right now most or many of the websites will be read by AI, because it's AI is text-based, the visuals won't matter. It won't be fooled by clickbait. So you want to, at least for the parts of your website that you surface to ChatGPT, you want to make sure that it's text-based, it's got enough information about your website rather than be, mysterious or kind of try to be very vague about what you're actually doing.
So it's almost like you're thinking of a new audience with your website. Those beautiful visuals, that funny video that you've got, those all still matter for human visitors to the website, but you're also trying to appeal to the AI bots, aren't you? And the AI bots, they want text, don't they?
Exactly. And actually there is a really nice stat or prediction about how the future will be, that 99% of the reading time in the future will be happening by AI. This doesn't mean that people won't be reading things or going to websites, but comparatively to the amount of time AI spends reading information, it will be just 1%.
Okay, right. That is quite terrifying. Okay, now in terms of what the text says, presumably you need to obviously talk about the services that you offer, the expertise you have, but case studies, examples of customers who use your service as a broker, they're particularly useful, aren't they?
100%, because what's new with ChatGPT is that ChatGPT has so much context about you. If you're using it every day, it knows where you're from, it probably knows your income if you've shared it. Every bit of information that you've shared, ChatGPT keeps.
Now, this is the searcher. This is the person using ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you're typing in, essentially, it's keeping it.
It's keeping it, and it's using it when it's surfacing you results. Yeah. So as a website that's trying to attract traffic, it would be useful to say who are the types of people best served by you, and maybe we could give some examples from these.
Yes, now that is a change, isn't it? So the difference, I suppose, between an AI engine and a conventional search engine is the AI engine just knows so much more about the individuals doing a search because it's remembered that information they've given it before. If you think about it, a conventional search engine is essentially a list, isn't it? Whereas an AI engine, there's a thought process going on there. It's taking what it knows about the individual searcher and it's trying to match it to the answers that it wants, and you obviously as a broker want to make sure you're in that answer.
So is this providing sort of case studies? So for example, is it trying to sort of almost match a case study, so that individual matching up closely to a case study that broker may have on his website? Is it that type of thing that you're looking at?
Yeah, I think that would be a great example. I mean, the way I think of this is, so I'm Greek and I'm using ChatGPT.
You don't say so.
I can't hide it, can I?
Literally the most Greek man I've ever met. Anyway.
So I'm using ChatGPT every day. So if I was asking a question about mortgages, it would know that I'm a foreign national. So if, let's say, there was a broker who had on their website success stories of getting foreign national successful mortgages, then ChatGPT would go, okay, maybe I should match Stelios to this broker.
So in that case, as a broker website, having details about foreign nationals you've helped really, really matters.
Yeah, and then scaling it onto all the other types of criteria, in the sense that this is one example, but then you'd want to cover.
What about customer reviews? Do they still matter? So Google reviews, Trustpilot, that sort of thing. Do the AI bots care about those?
Yeah, they do. And actually lots of, most or all of the traditional SEO still helps. So it's not that you should stop trying to rank at Google. It's not that you should stop trying to get good Google reviews, but it's that now you should be doing those extra things as well.
Okay, so it's doing what you're doing plus doing other things.
Yeah.
Okay. More work, basically.
More work.
Yeah. But you gave us an amazing statistic when we spoke last time about the number of people using ChatGPT, 700 million a week. And that's only going to increase, isn't it?
That's only going to increase, and especially the younger generations use it for everything. Therapy, relationship advice, any type of question that comes to their mind. So mortgages, I think, will be part of that.
Yeah, and with your tech hat on, I mean, can you see a day where AI becomes the search engine of choice and people just don't use conventional search engines like Google anymore?
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of focus, I think, from big tech companies to create a universal 24/7 personal assistant. Meta, Facebook already announced the smart glasses a couple of weeks ago. So you wear glasses and effectively ChatGPT, you can talk to ChatGPT all the time. So you can think of a world where AI is constantly with you, and it's maybe your first point of contact with the internet and the digital world. So I think that's very likely.
Okay, well, Stelios Constantinidis from MQube. I'm feeling excited now, not quite as scared as I was. What about you, Peter? Are you terrified still?
No, I'm not terrified. I think it's exciting. It's interesting to see how it'll play out in the next few years. I'm kind of curious as much as anything, I think.
Yeah. Well, we talked last time about how AI is changing the way that brokers work. It's changing the way people search for things. And hopefully the points that we've covered with Stelios today on the Rate Stuff Extra will give you a few ideas if you're looking at what you need to do to your website to make it AI match fit. I think the one thing we all agree on, doing nothing is not an option. If you bury your head in the sand, you are going to have troubles. But if you embrace the AI revolution, it could be good for business. And you said, Stelios, what was it? 700 million? You want a slice of that pie?
100%.
Well, I hope you found Stelios' thoughts on what you can do useful today. And of course, if you're interested in AI or concerned about AI, do drop us a line on our socials. Do give us a like or a follow. It really helps other people find the show on YouTube and on LinkedIn. But for now, thank you very much for joining us. I've been Jack Izzard.
I've been Peter Stimson.
And I've been Stelios Constantinidis.
Stelios and Peter, thank you. And do join us next time on The Rate Stuff.